Hey guys, as I'm sure some of you know, over the weekend, April 21st, 2012, was Record Store Day. And I am a huge fan of independent music, and a lot of independent groups release stuff for Record Store Day. And I got my record player about 3 or 4 months back, and I am absolutely in love with vinyl. It's my favorite thing to collect, and it's my newest obsession. And Record Store Day was a blast. I mean, mine didn't even just last Saturday. It went all the way through to Sunday. I went to one store Saturday and another store Sunday. And I spent a lot more money than I was expecting to. So, let's start this thing. Record Store Day was awesome. I showed up like an hour early at Zia Records, which is my local record store. And I guess first I'll show you what I got at Zia, and then I'll show you what I got the next day. So yeah, here's my record store poster. Take that away. And so on Saturday when I went to Zia Records, they were giving away free singles for The Fray, Heartbeat, and on the backside is Boulder to Birmingham. And I don't like this 7-inch. I am not a big Fray fan. I used to like some of their stuff, but I just feel like their stuff's pretty weak. I'm not really a fan. And so, yeah, not really much to say about this. I mean, the vinyl itself is pretty bland, just says The Fray on it, side A, side B. Nothing very interesting, much like their music. So, then what I also got was Grouplove 7-inch of Don't Fly Too Close to the Sun and Tongue Tied Live. And I haven't opened this one yet because I haven't had much time to listen to these yet because I go to school, but it has some good tracks on it. Don't Fly Too Close to the Sun is really good, and Tongue Tied, I'm sure everyone's heard from the Apple commercial, and it's live here, which, I mean, I like everyone live except for Hannah. I feel like she is not a very good singer. So, yeah, this is a great record, and, yep. Then I also got one more 7-inch at Zia Records, which is the Foster the People, Broken Jaw, and Ruby. And one thing I love about this 7-inch is there is different art for each side of it. Broken Jaw, he's holding a tooth with band-aids around it, and Ruby, he's obviously holding a ruby. So I love both of these tracks. Broken Jaw is by far my favorite Foster the People song, but they're both great. And something that's really cool about this one is the vinyl is actually see-through yellow. And I've heard it's actually like the exact same vinyl as on the Of Montreal Deerhoof. And this is just awesome. I love Broken Jaw. It's a great track. So, yeah, that's Foster the People. That one I would definitely suggest picking up if you can still find it, because it is great. Next up is the 12-inch Animal Collective Travers Temporal Gyrus. Once again, haven't opened this one up yet, but I love Animal Collective, and a $16 Record Store Day exclusive, that's great. And it also comes with a poster. And this is part of what I love about Record Store Day. I mean, like, this is just great art. And on the back, it has this really weird bunny man looking thing. Sort of reminds me of Donnie Darko, one of my favorite movies. And this is just awesome. I can't wait to listen to this. I'll definitely let you guys know what I think of it. Okay, so that is the stuff that I got from Zia Records. When I got home on Saturday, the number one thing I was looking for was Starfucker's All Heaven's Youth, I think is the name of it. It's the demo versions of Reptilians, because I'm a huge Starfucker fan. And my friend called me and he was like, "Hey, did you get it?" And I said, "No." He said, "Well, they have like 16 copies at Stinkweeds." So the next day I went to Stinkweeds for the first time, and it's by far the best record store I've ever been in. And I went way overboard. I was just going there to get Starfucker, but I picked up Fun, The Ghost That You Are to Me. Once again, I haven't opened most of these, but This is a awesome vinyl. I've seen pictures of it on the internet, and it is actually golden and shaped like a gear. And this has the We Are Young song on it that everyone loves right now, and it's acoustic. It also has Carry On, and Why Am I the One, and Why Am I the One acoustic. And, I mean, I'm not the biggest Fun fan ever, but I like them quite a bit, and this is just really too cool of a design of a vinyl to pass up. So, next up is the LCD Sound Systems vinyl for Record Store Day. And once again, haven't opened it. I'm definitely planning to open it, but I don't really know what this is, if it's an LP or what, because, I mean, it looks large enough to be a 12-inch, but it looks like it only has 2 songs on it. Not much really to say. I'm not a huge LCD Sound System fan, but I do like quite a few of their songs, and it was only $9, and I just thought, what the fuck, sure. So, next up, what I was looking for. Starfucker, Heaven's Youth, the Reptilians demo. I love Starfucker, and Reptilians is definitely my favorite album, and I don't own it on vinyl yet. So, I thought $16, Starfucker, the demo versions of Reptilians on a white vinyl. Killer deal. So I got it, and I have not opened it yet. I'm not planning on opening it. I'm just going to go get the regular versions of Reptilians and listen to that. But this is awesome. This is by far the coolest Record Store Day release to me. I cannot tell you how much I love Starfucker. They're awesome. They're one of my favorite bands, following closely Modest Mouse. They're my all-time favorite. So yeah, this is great. If you see one of these, definitely get it. And then there were 2 Record Store Day purchases that were not Record Store Day releases. The first one I got at Zia, which was Van Morrison's Astral Weeks. I've never really listened to Van Morrison, but my dad told me to get it, and I was like, sure, what the hell, I have some credit at Zia Records, I'll do it. And I love it. I'm a huge fan of psychedelic rock, and this is great. This reminds me a lot of Neutral Milk Hotel, which is one of my favorite bands. So, yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. Most people have listened to Van Morrison, and I know this record was a huge flop when it first came out, but then 1-2 years later, everyone loved it. I believe it's Johnny Depp's favorite album of all time, and it's really great. I can't really disagree with him. Okay, so last up is incredibly cool. I got this at Stinkweeds. I went in and I was like, hey, do you have the 10-inch of Gorillaz Do Ya Thing that was released yesterday? They said, no, we don't, but we do have the Gorillaz Demon Days vinyl for only $45. That is fucking crazy. Like, I checked on eBay when I got home. They don't have a single one. I checked on Amazon. It's going for $222 upwards. And this is by far my favorite Gorillaz album. I love the Gorillaz. They're one of my favorite bands, probably in the top 10. And this is by far their best album, I think, and to get it on vinyl for so cheap is just an incredible deal. And yeah, I just can't really express how awesome that is to get that. I mean, when I was up there, I was like, $45, I don't really want to spend that on a record, so I'm not going to. But then once I saw how much my receipt came up to, I was like, hey, I got an extra $50, I might as well, because I'll never be able to get it again for this good a price. And I thought it was only going for $100, but when I got home, I checked. Holy shit. Way too much money. $222 upwards, I don't think's worth it. $45 is definitely worth it. Great album. Great. So guys, that is my Record Store Day in a nutshell. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about any of the records I picked up, I'll be happy to review them.